Hello and welcome back to TC's Model Works. Hope you're doing alright. Back on the Escort. I've been here a lot recently. I haven't done any filming, I've just been trying to crack on. Yeah, it's been a little bit up and down with things going right, things going wrong. But most of the welding is done, finally. So, I am going to, hopefully, if the video works, give you a little bit of a guided tour of what we've got done, how we're getting on. Eagle-eyed viewers might spot there's a passenger seat bolted in. The other brackets and everything are in, all rails are in, stuff like that. The other seat's at home, not at the workshop. This one's just here so I can make everything fit properly. And then hopefully there might be some mechanical work going on rather than welding by the end of this video. Stick around. Okay, so as I said, I've done quite a lot of the welding. I'm going to show you what we've done inside first because it's the latest bit I can remember that I haven't shown you. So we have got, see, rails and then runners and brackets on both sides, all welded in. Not sure if the eyelet's going to stay there, not sure if it's allowed to stay there, but I left the holes there and I've got the holes in behind the roll cage if needed. I think that's what we were showing you last time, was the strengthening plates going in. So inside there, opposite front corner, in the center here, this big plate here, and again the same on the opposite side, and then the two on the tubs, all on the inside done, but they're also done on the underside of all 6 spots. The rollover hoop is currently in. I still need to modify the rear support bars to the turrets, what are they called? Tubs, to the rear tubs. And once we've got those in and re-drilled, they still fit, they just need a new hole drilling through them. So we're not changing anything drastic. Yeah, but it's just been chasing my tail, tidying up some few bits. So like, for example, along the sill where it meets the rear arch, I hadn't finished welding all of that, so I've done that now on both sides. Where the sill meets the A pillar down in here, in behind this, what did we get there? Oh yeah, I hadn't finished the seam weld around the edge on there, but that's now done. The wings need a line in, ignore that. The doors need a line in. Ooh, I forgot to mention that. Look what's waiting at the back. Oh, that is 2 brand new Chinesium doors. I've heard good, I've heard bad. From what I've heard, might need to cut the brackets off them and re-weld them on. But anything is going to be better than what is currently at the bottom of these doors. Not that you can see it so bad from here, but the underside of the frames and everything else, it's just pure filler and fiberglass and just nothing really there. But it looks almost like a Mk2 Escort again, which is really pleasing to see. Yeah, we're definitely making progress in the right direction. All needs cleaning up, sanding back, grinding back. There's loads of really bad looking welds and stuff like that, but it is all in place, all as can be. And I tell you what, just sitting in that seat when I had it on the driver's side, moving the gear stick around, I felt like I was 18 again. If anyone of you is on my Snapchat, you probably saw the story. Yeah, I got very excited. It's been way too long since I've driven this car. March 2020 was the last time I drove this car. So, coming up next, hopefully, depending on how well I can film this, because I don't have the tripod with me. I've only got the miniature tripod, which is yeah, not very good. Does the job for small stuff, but not the proper stuff. I am going to try to remove this thing so that I can finish up in here. I'm going to remove the heater bowl because I don't have a heater in this car anymore. So I've got to take the engine out to get to that safely without ruining anything else. And I'm also going to get the engine overhauled by a mate of mine along with me to just make sure it's all nice and fresh when we do get round to plumbing it all back in. But yeah, it's definitely come on since the last video, so I apologise it's been a lack of updates, but I hope you guys can appreciate that it's much nicer to be doing the work and getting the work done, and then you get to see a noticeable change rather than just constant me welding and welding and welding, especially when I'm not that good at it. You know, if I was a really artistic welder, then yeah, it'd be nice, but what I do is definitely not that. Apologies for the shakiness. Like I say, I am doing full handheld and it's not working very well. Let's see if we can plug this on here. Sticking to everything. Where are we looking? Ugh. About there. So, there we go. My knees are getting old. So yeah, we are hopefully going to yeet the engine out and then start the work in the engine bay. And then it's just buttoning stuff up metal wise. Shouldn't be too much more. Got to pull the screen out at some point because I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of rust around some of the edges on that, on the A-pillars and stuff. And yeah, but we shall see how we go on. So hopefully this isn't the end of the video, but if it is, thank you very much for sticking with me, watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. I do reply to pretty much every comment if I can. I don't get that many, so realistically you're pretty much guaranteed a reply. It may not be immediately, but it's probably within 48 hours. So yeah, any comments, questions, queries, anything really, keep me posted. So hopefully I'm going to continue the video if all goes to plan. If not, this will be the end of it, and I will see you on the next one. I'd just like to say, I did plan on doing this when I had the front panel off. It would have been a lot easier, but I got excited and welded the new one on. Okay guys, so engine is fully disconnected from the gearbox. I had one bolt being a pain in the backside, but eventually got it. I didn't film that for 20 minutes while I was messing around with it, but I did get it out. So the engine's completely free from the gearbox. There's nothing else connecting it in. It's literally, it's not even bolted in on its mounts. It's just sat there resting as it was. I have broken the seal, so to speak, between the gearbox and the engine to make sure I got all the bolts. Got the engine crane out, which is staring at me, ready to go. Slight problem, the car is too low for the engine crane to go underneath. It is sat on a scissor lift, but the scissor lift hasn't worked the entire time I've been on it, which is a bit of a pain in the backside. However, I have worked out I can jack it up enough from the A pillar that side, with it being now actually a solid car, it actually lifts enough of the car up to get the engine crane underneath. Slight problem. I have the engine crane, I have the car up in the air, and I got no lifting eyes on the engine. So I've got to wait till I come up next time with some engine lifting eyes, and I also can't find chains to lift it. So as much as I said there would be more mechanical stuff, I mean, you saw me undo about 6 bolts. Yeah, we are currently, I've taken the bonnet off as well, because ease of access getting in and out with the engine crane. Yeah, so kind of stuck for a minute. It's about 9:30 in the evening on a Monday night after a full day of work. So I think what I'm going to do is call it a night, go home, get some rest, get some lifting eyes, ask Ross where the chains are for lifting. I mean, I could use ratchet straps, but I'd rather not. And then go from there. Hopefully have another video with the engine coming out. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, so this is actually going to be the end of the video. I apologise for the random scribbles earlier on. Yeah, thank you very much, and I shall see you on the next one. Have a good one. Bye bye.